Hey guys, welcome back. I just kind of got thinking about some stuff. I was talking to family members and friends and people that I know about the job industry and how difficult it is nowadays to find a job that pays for your experience. Now, for the most part, if you don't really have any experience, if you don't really, you're just starting out in different fields, the pay is pretty good out there. But that being said, if you have years and years and years and years of experience, but you don't have the college education that they want, or you don't have, what what they consider the experience they want. But you've got years and years of experience somewhere else in a different similar field. They either don't want you or they want to pay you less. Or one family member went to a job interview and they had a ton of years in at a job. And they went to this place and the person interviewing them said, "Oh, we love your resume. We love your application. We love everything that you've done. Your experience is great." And the family member says, "Well, how much does this pay?" The person doing the interview, which I'm assuming is HR, they said, "Well, we kind of didn't want to insult you, but it only pays 15 to 17 an hour." The family member says, "Is there any way with all the years of experience that I have that we could bump it up to 20 or 22 or something like that?" And the person doing the interview says, "Nope, we don't have any wiggle room. That is where we start." And so the family member thought and said, "Well, okay, how do you do raises, and how long would it take me to get to 20 or 22? And they said, with the cost of living raises that they give, bonuses, which none of this is guaranteed, that the perspective of getting $20 an hour would possibly take them at least 2 years, if not longer, to even reach $20 an hour. And none of this is guaranteed. None of it. And so it's like, what do? You keep looking in hopes that you can find that job that gives you what you're looking for, gives you what you need. Now, even though this family member had years of experience, they made good money at what they did, they're not looking to start out at what they were making, because they know that's impossible, because it took them years to get there. But they don't expect someone to say, "Well, I'm only going to give you 15 an hour and expect you to live off of that," even though you have all these years of experience and all this knowledge that you have. So it's just, to me, it doesn't make any sense. To me, yes, there are jobs out there, but they don't want to pay you what you're worth. They don't want to pay a livable wage. They want you to just take what they offer and just do what you got to do. But I just feel that there needs to be some change. Now, do I think every job and every situation requires $15 to $20 an hour per person, no matter if they have experience or not? No, I don't think that. I think if you don't have any experience, or you're coming in with very, very limited experience, then yes, there should be a little bit lower wage. But But there's always a but. If you're coming in and you've got 10, 15, 20 years of experience and they still only want to pay you, $15 an hour, $17 an hour, and then don't have any wiggle room, and then can't tell you that, hey, in 6 months or even a year, we could have you up to where you want it to be, then there needs to be some changes. It's just mind-blowing to me how hard it is nowadays to find a job than it was even 10, 15 years ago, 20 years ago. You could almost walk into anywhere 10, 15 years ago, even 20 years ago, and almost get a job on the spot. Go take your drug test and almost start the next day, and in some instances. But nowadays, they don't do that anymore. It's just getting harder and harder for people with any type of experience to find a job. And I've also noticed that people who have been with companies for a long, long time, whether it would be 15 years, 20 years, 25 years, 30 years, I've noticed where companies are getting rid of these people because they make such a high wage that they have figured out that if they let these people go, that they can hire a couple of people at that same wage that they're paying one person, a single wage, and get double the help. But what I think they don't realize is the person that they're letting go that has all these years of experience with one company, they just lost all the knowledge that these people, and not only knowledge, but the loyalty that these people have had with the company. And most of these people who have 15, 20, 25, 30 years of experience, they were figuring on retiring from this company. They were figuring on working there the rest of their lives, but businesses are out there, and of course there are some states that are a right to work state, which pretty much means they can fire you just because they think you're ugly. I mean, it is what it is. They can fire you for any reason, and really, and not really have any consequences at all. But most companies nowadays, they do have procedures to where if you get so many write-ups or so many points or whatever they call them now, that then you are terminated then, and then that's their way of saying, well, this person had this many points or this many write-ups or this many issues, and so we are able to let them go for that reason. So that way there's no backlash. That way they can deny them their unemployment benefits, or they can deny them any other benefits that they may have. But it's just something that just gets me. I don't understand the whole job market nowadays. But I guess if you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, if you have any experiences with this kind of job market that I'm talking about, just let me know in the comments below. Like, subscribe, share, hit the bell, hit the thumbs up, hit everything. Just hit everything all at once. It's fine. And we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks, guys.